Hey, so I wanted to talk to you about a cool new NeoVim plugin that I just discovered. I wanted to build something like this myself, but I found a really great one and I'm going to talk to you about it today. The idea was to build a ChatGPT plugin that I can use in my terminal. It would be really cool if I could use it inside of NeoVim so that I could ask questions about my code or yank the suggestion and pull it into one of my files that I'm editing. Searching for it, I immediately found this ChatGPT NeoVim plugin, which is really great. So I'm going to show that to you now. Okay, so what this looks like is that when you open up NeoVim after you've had this plugin installed, it's going to ask you for access to your API key. So it has a connection. You can enable a connection with like 1Password where you can store your API key for OpenAI in 1Password and it will pull it in when you're running, so you're not storing it in any environment variables, which is easy to hack. And this is not easy to hack. So this is great. And then now that I have that installed, I can go and open up something like utils, and let's open up like um, this text, which just contains some helper functions for cleaning and finding punctuation in text. Now, the cool thing about this plugin is that it's built into NeoVim. So now that I want to, for instance, use it, I can do my leader key, which is space, and then C, which brings up the ChatGPT plugin. And then I can do something like, let's add doc strings to all of the functions in this file. So it's going to do a little work. It's hitting the OpenAI APIs. And then on the right, you can see the results. So on the left, you can see the original code. And on the right, you can see the results with the doc strings. Now, if I just want to grab this and put it into the buffer, I can just do Control Yank. And now it's going to pull that into this buffer. And now I have all that code here in the buffer. So now let's say that I want to refactor this code. So I want to make sure it's the most efficient that it can possibly be. So here I can actually do Control or space C, leader key C to bring up ChatGPT, and then O. Now it's going to look at this code and it's going to see if it can optimize this code in any way. And it turns out it has a little optimization here. So you can see it's changing this for loop to a, looks like what is a list comprehension, and then doing an any on that list comprehension to return a Boolean. And so that's like a little bit better, easier to read perhaps. Here's another one where it's doing the same thing. And so it's basically going through and making this code a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. Um, Here it's doing a more, let's see, this one is that one, and then this one is this one. It hasn't made many changes here to these because they're pretty straightforward. So now if I want to grab that, once again, I do a yank, write that to the file. Now I have those optimizations in my file. And this plugin can do all kinds of things. So you can add doc strings, you can chat directly with ChatGPT, you can have it fix bugs, do grammar correction, find keywords, summarize the text, translate it, explain the code, um, and much more, because you can even just bring up a edit with instructions prompt and you can tell it what you want it to do. So like find, um, replace any long function named with abbreviated names. Okay, so now I do that, and it's going to go through and do, hopefully do something. Let's see. Clean text, words longer than. So it looks like it's gotten rid of my doc string, which is kind of annoying, but it's gone through and done things like clean text. It really didn't do much there at that time, so maybe my instruction wasn't good. That being said, I don't have to accept that, so now all I do is just quit out of that buffer, and it hasn't changed anything. I'll have to do some more experimentation around prompting it to do specific things with the code. But I can see this being really useful for like editing a CSV and I want to pull out certain parts of it. Um, and I don't want to necessarily write the regex, or maybe just asking it for help with a regular expression. So you can do something like C ChatGPT, and then I can say like write a regex for taking the second element, second column in a CSV and removing all other. Okay, so maybe it's gonna do something there that I like. We'll see. So this is gonna do it in Python. Okay, and then I'm gonna ask it to do it. Uh, give me a regex I use in NeoVim. Okay, and then it's going to give me that command for doing it. It's going to explain how to use it. So overall, this is just really cool to me. I'm super pumped about it. If you like it, you can go check it out here on his GitHub page. It's written by someone named Jack Mort, and you can even go and contribute to his page. It's ChatGPT.nvim, and it has a lot of great documentation here about how to use it, how to set it up, how to add your API keys in a secure way, how to configure it. It's very configurable. You can decide which models you want to run, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can change your key bindings, and it has a lot of great functionality that I didn't show you that's built into it. So yeah, overall, I'm really excited about that plugin. I was going to build something like that myself, but I don't have to, which is great. Maybe I will contribute to it since it's open source if I think of anything that I think it can do better. But so far, it's really good. It's really well done. I don't see anything that I don't want, or anything that I don't want, and I don't see anything that it's missing right now. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.